We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. Strap in, this will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw right away is Watson. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Well, you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about
7.
that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Watson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Browns at 3 and 1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
3rd down and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's a 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now it's Watson. The throw taken in by Cole. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down, Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st down, Joyner, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You look at this Browns defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Here's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. It's Herbert rolling to his right. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll try the left side. Joyner. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Herbert now. Got man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss.
Touchdown, Chargers! Will Dissly, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
These two teams all tied after one. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10. And now they'll run it here off tackle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Watson. into a crowd and intercepted. He's to the 15. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. Have your fun. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Watson looks to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Right back to him on first down. Down to about the 22 here. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got it, and it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The motion man is Cole. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Watson just beating the play clock. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Watson now to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's get juice.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And time has run out on this first half.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Now a handoff up the middle. Joyner. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Dobbins
into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, Show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Ready.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. The motion man is Cole.
26.
From the end zone, Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, based on the last 2 play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You're set.
To throw from his end zone, Watson.
Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We're set.
Now Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
24.
Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here, and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Short throw to Disley.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
2nd and 13. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he comes back with one complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Cougar 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Set. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. 5-9. Set.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and a mile. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Operating from the gun, Simmons. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
2nd and 10.
Set.
Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go. Hey.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hey, go lion. Ready.
Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Herbert now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Will Dissly, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Set. Let's go. Hey.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Let's go. Ready.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They'll get that complete to Parkinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Simmons. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Ready? Come 19! Come 19! Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Set! Set, go!
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Let's go now!
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.